Hey yo, howdy everyone, welcome back to Roleplaying Unlimited Tuesday night Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus. We have another exciting adventure tonight that's going to begin in the Hellwasp Nests in search of the abducted Lulu. Picking up right where we left off last week, but before we delve into that, let's go ahead and start off on the opposite side of the table from me with John playing Squee. What's going on, man?
Hey, this will be interesting. Squee's pretty sure there's no way Lulu has not been eaten. So I don't know why we're bothering, but she's kind of cool. She's kind of cool little holophant. So, if we find her, that's great.
Ever the optimist, and they're on the same side of the table, I should say. We have Dag in the center there. What's going on, man?
How's everybody doing tonight? About ready to get in there and save a little Hollyphant.
And taking the lead on that, as always, we have Celestial, played by Evil Dawn. What's up, brother?
Hey, how's it going? Doing really good here. Getting ready to kick some ass in the name of Tyr.
And joining me on this side of the table, once again in Mark the Red NPC form, we have the heart and soul of the team, Grulock. So I guess the group has no heart or soul this week, or rather it is vacant at the very least. But who is actually here on this side of the table with me? I got Justin playing Nadir. What's up, man?
I think I can borrow someone else's heart. Oh wait, is that like a necromancer thing? I'm not a necromancer, so I'm not going to do that. Maybe a soul? Can I do that? It's how we have some soul coins. That could work, right? Hey, so yeah, let's find and rescue this Lulu. A lot of other Celestials apparently in peril here, but maybe they're already dead. We're not really sure. This is a weird place. I think it's going to go pretty badly for us.
And I am, of course, am the Dungeon Master, Tragically HP, here to lead you somewhat haltingly and stumblingly through this adventure here in Hell. I do a lot better when I have written the entire thing and don't feel as constrained to module rules. But we are entering the most interesting part of the module, I think, so in either case, we're going to have a lot of fun. I'm going to go ahead and move us to the Hellwasp Nest entry, just to briefly recap on what we encountered last week. And we actually have a picture, or a handout rather, of this, if I can, there it is, show that to you guys so you have a better idea of exactly what you're looking up at and just how these angels factor into the Hellwasp Nest itself. They are adhered to the side, some of them cocooned, all of them seemingly attached by some kind of gunk, glue-like, sappy kind of substance. And we briefly entertained the idea of rescuing these angels for the greater good. We have a paladin who is part angel himself, but we just realized the enormity of this task and how we would never be able to free all of them. Definitely not while maintaining our own lives. So we have opted to head into this Hellwasp Nest and try to rescue Lulu.
Let's get her done.
Well, no, we don't want to get her. We're trying to save her.
Now, the entry to this Hellwasp Nest, I'm just going to call it Nest in the future because that is a bit of a tongue twister to say repeatedly. The Nest entry is on the underside, as you can kind of see from the illustration there. There are several entries, only a couple of which will lead you anywhere good, as you come to discover. I guess a more pertinent question also would be, how exactly are we all getting up there? I know some of us can fly, but most of us cannot.
We cannot fly.
I don't imagine Squeeze all that heavy. I could probably carry him up. if we're going to try and use flight as the way up. Otherwise, we might have to like climb or something.
And I could also take somebody on the back of the pallet, the back of the Pegasus.
Yeah, I don't think we can get everybody though. Can your robot dog pig thing fly?
Yes, I did build on some wings for Panzer so he can fly, but I'm actually having trouble opening up his sheet right now. But yeah, I could probably get him to carry me up there.
Sounds like in that case, then, we just need to have somebody go back to pick up Grulok and bring him back up with the rest of the group, and problem solved.
Yeah, Grula could get on the on Zephyr with Celestial. I'll carry Squee.
Fantastic. Sounds like we can get up there easily. It's about 100 feet up above the surface, the entryway. And as you enter this area, it seems to be mostly clear, but you do notice that contained within the very sticky interior walls, as well as the exterior, it appears that some discarded gear has accumulated here among the gory effluvia.
Is there a place, does it look like it's going to be easy to maneuver around for the people that can't fly?
Oh yeah, once you get inside, because the entries, they are on the bottom side, but they're still kind of on the side itself, so there is a horizontal surface for you to gain some ground on once you get inside. And we do have a map, I should say, not a map, for this specific location here. And panning to the southeast, you will find the area in which you begin. You won't find any doors or passageways per se, but anytime you're ready to move up to the next level, that's very easily facilitated. I just transfer some or all of you over to the next level.
Will that require like climbing to get up there, or what?
Yeah, exactly. Flight or climbing, because it's not always just a hole in the ceiling that leads right up to the next level. Sometimes it's kind of like a winding passage to where one person can get up there and kind of prop themselves in the tunnel and here, take my hand, and they pull the rest of the party up, and they just kind of have to climb and what have you up to the next level.
Let's take a look around, see what we can determine about this place and like how it's made and that kind of stuff, just in case we need to know.
Okay. If you look closer at the walls, you can see some of the angels that are adhered to the interior walls here. And some of them, because the walls are almost kind of translucent, you can kind of see outside. Some of them, like this angel here, for instance, are completely encased inside of the wall, so you can see its back and through to the other side.
Yeah, did not go well for that angel.
Yeah,
It's
it
hard-
looks like a lot of vengeance was reaped on a bunch of angels. It's not a good place here. Let's get this job done as quick as we can.
Squee not want to be garden ornament.
Go ahead and roll some investigation and or perception checks. Choose one per character. And let's see what we might be able to find in this entry. Okay, well, Celestial does locate a backpack that is not completely cocooned, and sticking out of the side of this backpack, he spots the grab end side of a wand, it would appear.
Alright, I'll take the wand out.
Okay. As you do, the flap to the backpack kind of nudges aside more to where you can see it appears that this is a fully stocked backpack of healer's kits. And the wand that you have grabbed is definitely a magical wand of some type. You can kind of feel the energy buzzing in your hands.
Is it a clerical wand? Can I sense whether I can use it or not? Or is it more of a spellcaster's?
It doesn't resonate with you in a familiar sense, so you would guess it's probably an arcane-based.
Hey, Dad, can you check this out? And I toss him the wand.
Sure, let me look at it. You want an arcane roll on that?
Yeah, go ahead, roll an Arcana check. And 5 healer's kits, I can add those to the party treasury, or you guys can divvy those out amongst yourselves.
Well, a healer's kit, you need at least a little bit of skill for that, right?
I do have medicine, so I can use them.
Now, the healer kit makes it so that you can use that to stabilize somebody without having medicine skill.
Oh, okay. Then everybody gets one.
Works for me.
Wait a minute. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 of us. So let's everybody but Squeak.
Yeah, Squee
So
not
you're-
very good.
So you're going to give one to Panzer, but you're not going to give one to Squee.
Oh, I counted Panzer as a character?
No, no, he has a point. He has a point.
Dang, I counted. Wow, I counted Panzer as a character. All right, everybody gets one, including Squeak.
Yes, healer's kit for me. Oof, oof.
All right, but I'm probably gonna mess it up.
I have no doubt about that.
Oh, thank you. Wait,
Maybe you can trade it for a soul coin, which you can then trade for 1 sandwich.
that's all I ever wanted.
Squee just want 1 sandwich.
Just one Pepsi.
Okay.
Pepsi, no Coke.
Did somebody add the healer's kit to Grulok's character sheet? Make sure we're keeping track of his inventory when necessary. I will track the party inventory, but one of you please add that to his sheet. Otherwise, it doesn't seem like there's much of anything on this level worth exploring. Nothing that you've really missed. It is a bit jarring to
I'll add
pass.
it to your sheet.
It is a bit jarring to pass some of these angels that are mounted on your side of the wall and how they just continue to seemingly kind of struggle against their restraints, but none of them are like shouting for help or anything. It's almost like they're unconsciously expending the last of their energy to try and break free with no success.
Man, I'm going to continue on with my mission. I mean, I really want to help these angels out, but if I help out one, it ends up turning into really tough to actually start picking and choosing who to help and who not to help.
Very well could, as we discovered last game, because you found one to help and then you immediately saw like 20 others that was like, oh man, how long are we going to spend doing this?
Yeah, we don't have the resources to rescue them all. Even one. We need to save what resources we do have to get Lulu.
All right, let's continue onwards.
Okay, and as you are having this discussion, you hear something squirming through one of the entryways to this level from above, and lo and behold, a hell wasp appears into this section, and it is immediately alerted to your presence. It seemed to already kind of have some indication you were here, and as it enters this level, we will go ahead and get our first initiative of the night.
That was kind of cute. But I guess I have to kill it.
Wow, look at that. Squee goes first instead of Celestial. Usually it's always Celestial. So yeah, you are up first, our goblin friend. And what you gonna do?
Is it clear to me that this thing is hostile?
It is. And it's similar to the one that you were shooting at last game that grabbed Lulu with its sword pincers and flew off with her. You and Justin were trying to finish it off. This one looks similar, except obviously it's not the one you were fighting, because this one seems at full health.
Alright, get shot.
Alright, a 25 will absolutely hit.
And I disappear.
Alright, I will take some damage there. And we will go ahead and move to the next initiative tick here for Celestial.
Alrighty. Let me see. I'm going to move up. Can I reach it, or is it in the air?
Yeah, you're good to go from where you're at here. It's not on the ground, but it's only like a foot or two up. Well, that sucks. Yeah, my AC's a lot better than an 11. And not better than a 26. So that will successfully bludgeon this thing, momentarily kind of knocking it into the side of the wall, and whatever the case, it seems to have no effect with the stickiness on the wall. These things create all of this stuff, so it just seems like they can walk on it like a spider on a web.
And that'll end my turn.
Okay. And the Hell Wasp is looking around for the source of the arrow attack when all of a sudden this hammer comes out of nowhere. So, as usual, here you go, Dawn. Attacks on you. Bust out with the multi-attack, one of each. Do the sword talons first. Once again, something pierces the impenetrable veil that is Celestial's armor. Holy crap, a pair of natural ones.
You ever seen an insect sting itself?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and it does definitely seem to kind of fumble around and almost do like a flip in midair and once again impact with the side of the wall in its attempt to hit Celestial, but it doesn't seem to have any noticeable adverse effects upon having stung itself. It will probably have some adverse effects to whatever Dag is going to do here, though, so let's see what that is.
Alright, what did we decide for moving through friendly spaces?
That, by the book rules, counts as difficult terrain. Moving through friendly spaces, you can do it, it's just difficult.
We're gonna smack this thing.
Well, there you go.
And then we're gonna smack it again.
AC is better than a 15, but I can reasonably justify a flank bonus given the motion of the combat, so 2 for 2 on that. This Hell Wasp is pretty resilient, though. It is still standing after almost the whole party has unleashed on it. How about Panzer?
Yeah, I was just trying to decide what to do with him. I think we're gonna keep him out of the way of everybody else that may want to get into melee with it. Um, leave some room for Grulok to move in there because we're in tight quarters. So end of turn.
All right, let's go ahead and see Nadir's action here. Still got the mirror image up, it looks like.
Oh, that's my mage armor.
Ah, mage armor. Good deal.
Yeah, that lasts like 8 hours. The mirror image is only for a minute, so that's well done.
Yeah.
I'm going to hit him with a chill touch from here.
Chill.
Seems safe enough.
Yeah, wouldn't you know it, my AC is 19. Gonna burn your lucky?
No,
Or whatever it is that gives you the boost for 1 point.
not for this.
Alright. Well, let's see if you can get something going here, Justin, with Grulok. Take over his turn this round.
Let me take a quick look at his sheet.
For show. Yeah, he's got all these new maneuvers and stuff that could be a lot of fun. We discovered that earlier today that Grulok has made it to level 8 and still does not have a subclass, so no wonder the fighter is so boring at this stage of the game.
He's going to move there. Now that he has this lunging attack maneuver, it allows him to basically have reach for an attack, so he'll have to do a superiority die for each attack, but that adds to the damage anyways. That's fine.
For sure. I dig it. That'll work.
Did you set up a button for the superiority dice?
I have not.
Okay, I'll just roll those separately then.
And a whiff of an attack right there. Yeah, big money on this superiority die. You might finish this thing off. Yeah!
Get him.
7 or 8 would have done it. Very nice.
Oh, so that was the first attack then, so I didn't even need to use that second superiority die on the second attack.
Very true.
That was just one wasp?
And here comes another one, burrowing out of a different section of the ceiling. And it does not appear to see Squee until he lets out a ah! But thankfully it is Squee's turn right now as this thing comes down, so go ahead and do your thing.
I guess, disengage and fire.
Oh, a miss.
That's right.
AC 19. These things are pretty agile.
Ooh. Alright. That's it.
Alright, Salephiel hears the commotion behind him. Go ahead with your turn. Moon walks his way skillfully through the interior of the nest here, and it looks looks like he's even going to face away from his opponent and like attack him like this.
I'll tell you that.
Screw you guys, I'm going home.
And then he misses by 1. Hey, there you go. Something.
See, you should have attacked from behind. That might be a roll.
Right. That'll end my turn.
Alright. Well, looks like Salephiel will be the target once again. Go with the stinger first this time around. Woo! Close one. Miss, however. There we go. That's why you got that plate armor. Both attacks just glance off of your impenetrable defense. And Dag is definitely aware of all of the noise going on the other side of this central obstruction. So go ahead.
Alright, I think I'll move around the far side.
Bum, bum, bum.
That'll put me still in attack range, correct? I'm not too far adjacent.
No, you're good.
I'll even turn him around for you.
Aha, there you go.
We're going to give a couple more hammer swings.
Ooh, natural 20. All right.
Of course, it's a natural 1 on the damage on that.
Yeah, for sure.
And just because these things are now popping out, I will leave Panzer over here with the 2 partners, the Deer and Squee, just in case they need melee backup. And end of turn.
Sounds like a plan. And on that note, I think this might work out. I'm going to make a copy of Grulok's token and move it over here. Yeah, it's going to show the entire nest off to the west of your current location, but you get a better idea of what you're looking at here as far as the different passages that wind their way up this thing. And I'll just...
And this is just one nest, right?
Correct, yeah. I'm just going to leave the Grulok there just for better visual representation for you guys. And Nadir, go ahead with your action.
Well, I have a pretty good line of fire here, so I'll just try to hit this guy with the chill touch.
Cool. Direct hit. No necrotic resistance. That thing just kind of sputters and hisses in pain in response to that. I can get my mouse to agree. Alright, and this time around, let's have John take control of Grulok for his turn, and then, assuming this thing is still alive afterwards, double it up with your turn thereafter.
Okay, let's see. Get into melee. Hit with stick.
That is a hit.
Oh, it looks like you didn't set up that macro for the rerolls.
For the what?
His great weapon fighting. He re-rolls ones and twos.
Oh, and it was a double one.
Yeah, I think we had that for the greatsword +1, but it got erased with the +2. Shit. Yeah, that's going to be a pain in the ass to have to go back to manual on.
Is that right? So a 16?
Yeah.
I don't see any reason to have to waste resources here. We'll just do 2 attacks.
Alright. Well, thankfully that will finish this Hell Wasp off. And once again, top of the round, it is Squee's turn. And thankfully there are no foes, so we'll go ahead and drop the initiative here.
So the nest is kind of clear. How far is it we can see through it from level to level?
Pretty non-existent, just because of all the goop and stuff that's in between each passage. There's not like a direct, hey, I can see all the way to the top and look at the boss monster and pew, pew, pew. I'm gonna attack it from impenetrable distance, what have you.
No, I was just thinking, can we see them when they're coming in through the wall on the level we're on is more or less what I'm thinking. So just to keep, looking around to see if one's going to pop through.
It's certainly possible to see one of them coming in. That's partly why I set you guys up with the vertical view on the side, so you can see just how many passages are running through this and how many avenues you would have to cover to be able to spot them coming up. But also how many avenues you guys have to progress to the next levels as well.
Okay, so it's like this and this. Are there passages? And this one? Am I understanding that correctly?
I don't think you're looking at the same section of the map that I am. 1 second.
No, I'm looking at the top-down view.
Gotcha, yeah, that's where your characters would have come in from the outside. That's not necessarily where you might emerge onto, or where you might use to connect to the next level. Although that is on future levels where you will come in.
Okay, I understand. I'm just making sure I understand it correctly. All right,
sure.
Let's proceed.
Alright, I'm going to go ahead and stack all of your tokens here close by for easy transfer to the next level. Do we want to take passage 1, 2, or 3? That would be west, kinda central, or east.
Go west, young man.
I say we go west.
Which one looks easiest for everyone to kind of navigate through?
I would say the east.
That would probably be best then. In case we run into something while we're in the tunnel, it'd be best for it to be a place where we can actually fight them.
That's what I said, to the east.
Is it like a single file situation?
It is. These are pretty tight quarters inside the tunnels themselves. Thankfully, there's nothing inhabiting the tunnel that you have chosen to ascend to the next level. However, there is a wasp on the north side of the chamber, only about 20 feet away from some of you as you make your way in here. Let's see some stealth checks in reaction as see if this thing notices you.
guess hiding behind my shield doesn't count as stealth, does it?
Well, not only that, but it doesn't help when you're, like, announcing that, I'm trying to be hidden, guys! Oh, shit.
Or much like Skyrim, but instead of, whispering, there's a bear, Gulak goes, hey, there's a wasp, look out, I'm trying to hide.
Oh, we got Grulok on top of the initiative here, followed by Nadir and then the Hellwasp. Man, I think this is the first time Celestial's going last in the initiative. So let's even that out and have you go first with Grulok, Don.
Alright, let me grab a sheet really quick. Alright, let us see here. As the heart and soul of the team, I go smash.
A big miss. Ooh, 0 for 2.
Yeah, don't make me roll dice.
Let's go ahead and see Nadir's turn here. See if he's got any dice on his side. No dice for the J-Man either.
That's all I got.
Well, shit. I guess we'll see what the Hellwasp has, as for once Dawn is not the person being attacked, but since you are controlling Grulok... Hey, Dawn! If I hit you, take these hit points off of James.
Well, if I must.
Ooh! Actually, I think I will go fly over and hit Celestial a couple times, now that I've seen the results of the dice.
Yeah, let's not.
So yeah, looks like some piercing and some fire damage, and a con save versus poison, and paralysis for Grulok, and then a 9 piercing on top of that. Thankfully, no poison, no paralysis.
Oh, was it only one con save?
Correct. Just the con save for the sting, no con save for the sword talons.
But he still takes 30 points of damage.
Correct. Yeah, 30 total. Oh, all right, Hellwasp. Thanks for showing up to the show today. Let's see what Squee has to say about that. Squee. Ooh. Sneak attack. Ouch.
That's it.
And that's how you almost bloody the thing in one shot by Squee. Dag, how about you?
$26 That was odd.
Yeah, it was. I think these dwarves are trying to do a metric conversion, but they're not doing it right.
And we're gonna stick with our consistent hammer swings right now, and we're gonna consistently miss. And we'll move Panzer over here.
Go ahead and roll a dexterity check in conjunction with that. See if I can relieve you of your magical light hammer.
so far, Squeeze the only one who's really showed up for this fight.
Oh man, yeah, Dag just threw his hammer right into the wall, and as it sticks to the wall instantly, you just have a sense of dread of, crap, how am I going to get this thing out?
Is this a setup? Are you guys just pretending?
Yeah, does Squee have to save the party 2 games in a row?
Squee has to say, this was not Squee's intended role.
Hey, the good thing is if you're going to be the party savior, you've got a much more legitimate claim to get the shield.
I
That
mean,
will
it's
be
only
end of turn if I
fair.
didn't pass it.
Thank you, Jason. And let's go ahead and wrap up the round with Celephiel. And Jason, after he's done, and if this thing is still alive, take over Grulock, please.
Will do. Maybe I can actually hit him.
Just maybe.
All right, here we go. I'm going to move here.
I don't see you moving anywhere. Is he moonwalking again?
Will this give me flank?
Huh. It will, but only because you moonwalked your way over there.
Will this give me my flank?
Sorry, wrong button. It will, but only because you moonwalked over there.
Yay!
Not getting advantage on the attack from flanking, you're getting advantage on the attack from distraction. It was like, ooh, moonwalk.
Distracting you with the power of dance.
Take that.
And of course, he didn't even need the flank.
But you only get that advantage if you finish a moonwalk going.
Okay, and I have just a tiny handful of hit points left after that ass kicking. Let's see if Grulock is able to finish that off. Jason. Timmer!
Second to drop it.
Oh yeah, very much.
Take that, you stupid wasp.
You can see now that you're getting a better look at this level, a bunch of honeycombed octagonal cells that appear to be of Hell Wasp creation. If you had to guess, it's a mix of regurgitated bone, sand, and fat. And the usual angels who are trapped within the walls themselves. Otherwise, it seems that this area is clear. You don't even see any discarded equipment on this level like you did on the one below.
I'm gonna work on getting my hammer out of the wall. Come on out, you stupid wall. Sticky stuff.
Go ahead and roll athletics or basic strength check if you do not have athletics.
I didn't mean to roll the same.
Yeah, you're pulling on it as hard as you can with that, and that is not getting you anywhere. Feel free to try again with athletics. Assuming you have it. Oh, goodness. You guys hear a dwarf crying, and you look over and you see Dag has just given up on everything. His hammer's gone.
Grulock, can you help him get that?
Who's got the dice? I think John should go over there and try to get it out.
I'm the savior. You have to wait till everybody else is dead, then I'll do it.
Somebody else roll it. I ain't doing so hot.
Oh my goodness.
What is the roll?
It's an athletics check.
For Grulok?
Yeah. They're trying to have Grulok take care of it, but I'm seeing who has the best dice in the group, see if they can get a successful roll with Grulok here.
Who's the weakest character?
Oh, there we go. Lift with the legs, Rogar. So yeah, Grulok successfully retrieves the light hammer from the sticky walls, and if nothing else, Dag is reasonably assured that he's not going to lose grip of this thing anytime soon, because he feels like once he grabs this thing, he's not going to be able to let it go.
I'm sorry, I'm having flashbacks to the Tar Dragon.
Thank you, Grulok. I appreciate it. I just didn't have the height and the leverage to pull that out of there.
Okay. That Tar Dragon was great. Send a monk after that. It's like the 5th dragon encounter, and the monk just keeps taking them out by jumping on the dragon's backs, and then finally it's a Tar Dragon, and oh, this ain't good. Punch, punch. Oh, I'm stuck. Why don't you give it a headbutt?
It's like that scene in The Incredibles when he gets hit with all the inflating black balls.
Right. Alright, so if we are ready to proceed to the next level, I see 3 different passages, west, central, and east. None of them really seem like they'll be easier than the others. I guess the eastern one might be a little easier because it's on a lower slope than the others, but that does kind of present more opportunities for things to be hiding out inside the tunnel as well, so trade-off maybe.
Old goblin lore always says take the middle path.
How old is that lore?
I don't know, like ancient, like 40 years maybe?
Alright. I guess that makes sense for a goblin.
Well, then perhaps you should lead the way, Squee.
I shall take the lead.
Yeah! Okay, squeeze right behind the shield.
Just equip Panzer with his healing kit and send him in the lead. So we're going for the central path then?
Yes, sir.
That's correct.
Alright, well that's going to take us to this point of the 3rd level. Get our streaming map adjusted accordingly, and your characters would actually be 1 square back, like so. Get you guys centered appropriately so that Jason doesn't end up with another 26.3 foot move. That happens to James all the time, but I don't set his tokens off center like that, so I think he just does it because he has fun with it. He likes to see the decimal point movement.
I don't know how I did it, so I have no idea what I did. I don't know if I could repeat that.
Yeah, you didn't do it. It was me copying your tokens from one side of the map to the next, and I didn't have you perfectly within the square. James does it, I think, because he might use the Alt key, which if you use that with your token, look at James's token here. See how he can kind of like slide in between the 2 squares? And then anytime he does movement after that, it's going to be like some weird decimal point number like that. Beside the point. We have another instant encounter here, as this level of the nest is on high alert at all times. So as soon as you guys make it up here, the Hell Wasps engage you. Did that really only roll?
Go get him, Panzer.
Yeah, right? It's like nobody else gets an initiative roll here.
We're all gonna stand back and watch.
Man, seriously, what the heck?
Looks like they're already all on a list for me. Off to the left.
Oh, they did appear, they just didn't show up in the chat log for me. Normally I can see the results of the rolls here, so I'm not even... I have the initiative buried underneath my notes here. Oops!
I think it's actually that we never cleared it.
Yeah, it's the old initiative.
That's why it's not working. Okay, so I'm gonna try this again. Select everybody. There it is. Excellent. Squee at the top of the initiative again. And looks like my Hell Wasps are going to go last.
I waste him with my crossbow.
Not with that roll, you don't.
I guess I should have declared the what is it? Steady aim. I guess having failed to declare it, I will just hide.
Hiding it is. Go ahead and roll it. Okay. So, Dag, your turn to follow up.
That, can I fit in there, in that spot? Or is that not enough room in there?
That does the... Yeah, there's not enough space in that square.
Nope, that's fine. I'll move to this one. And we're going to keep consistent and hope we actually hit this time.
No way.
Womp, womp, womp,
Let's do the dex check again. No!
womp, womp, womp.
Whap, 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 whap.
I thought it was so sticky and stuck to his hand.
Yeah, exactly, and somehow
Now
he...
it's stuck to my hand and my leg.
Yeah, he somehow found a way to get rid of it, but thankfully, at least this time, he just threw it on the floor, like right here. So it's not irretrievable, at least. Let's go ahead and see Justin taking over Grulock. There we go. Very nice. It's like one reroll in the midst of that for an extra point. Sounds good. Celefio, go ahead with your turn.
All right.
Very nice. Leaves this one with just a few hit points.
And that'll end my turn.
Okay, Nadir, go ahead with yours.
Kind of skirt over a little bit because I can see that other guy off to the right over there. I'm like, no, maybe I don't want him coming after me. And then I'm going to try and finish off this guy with Chill Touch.
Well, that went as planned. One dead Hell Wasp. Alright, looks like I've got turns to be had now. I'll go ahead and just scooch up here. Take an attack on Celestial. And
With
the other
partial
one,
cover?
The other one. Not partial in melee. For ranged, it would have cover, absolutely. I'm gonna roll my perception, see if I can see Squee here. Wow, I think it does. Yeah, stealth check was a 15, so it spots you.
You don't know what I just could be a stalactite.
Well, do stalactites bleed like this? Let's get a sting on Squee. Or a big
Ah.
miss.
Squeeze nuts.
Oh, man. 0 for 2, huh? Yep. Alright, and then over around the middle side here against Celestial. Of course, this one shows up with the big stinger.
I just envisioning this wasp going after Squee, and as it misses him, he's like, "Suck Squeeze nuts!"
Squeeze nuts.
I use Mega Cheese Defense.
Yeah, sorry, we need Ben in the group for that.
Ah, man. Alright.
Go ahead, roll your con save as well. Yep. Woo! Just made it. Alright, so that worked out alright. And let me double check. 5, 10, 15. Nope. Alright, so you're good. Back to the top of the round, we have Squee.
Alright, I'm going to use my cunning action to disengage. going to suit this other one. Oh yeah, baby.
Anybody else notice that he moved the wrong guy?
Yeah, Grulok just ran away.
They're
Oh,
both
yeah.
green. It's okay.
Mad flesh.
It's just like, what's the green icon I can control?
Oh, that's funny. Let's get a dexterity check out of you as well, John. All right, the bowstring does not break.
Well, good, because it's magic.
That could still break. How about you, Dag? How's your turn now without your warhammer again, or your light hammer?
We'll pull the other hammer, the +1, and move over to the other wasp and smack that one. I'll use the same button, just subtract 1 from it, or do you want me to go ahead and roll it from my sheet?
We can do a manual subtraction if you like. Hey, how about that? Is it 1 from the damage as well, or just from the attack?
Let me double check it.
All right. Second one will unfortunately miss, but that's nothing new for Dag on this particular day.
It's both attack and damage.
Okay,
And that'll end turn.
cool. And why don't you go ahead and double up there, Jason, and take over Grulok at this point? One out of 2, not bad. 13 points of slash damage on the Hell Wasp flying before you.
Outstanding.
Okay, and then Celephiel, you are up next.
All right. I'm going to shift over a little bit so I could get a good view on this one. All right, here comes the attack.
Nice. Hmm. 2 for 2, not bad.
Is this fiendish?
Let me double check. It does have the word hell in it. It is a large fiend.
I'm going to use my divine smite.
Alright, divine smut it is.
You
Ow!
almost made me spit out my tea.
Wow, and Celephiel's just batting 1,000 today for leaving things with only a couple hit points. First it was 4 hit points, then it was 3, now it's 1.
Doggone it.
That's that 1 point.
1 hit point remaining. And Nadir's just looking at that like, I can clean that up. Go ahead, brother.
I'm looking at Dag's +2 hammer on the ground going, God damn it. Because that would have made the difference.
Right?
He attacked the other one, never mind.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah, so I'll try and finish this one off with a chill touch. Actually, you know what? No, I'm going to change that. I'm going to use my wand of magic missiles. 1 missile's going to hit this one, 2 missiles are going to hit the other one.
Okay. And we got it. Finished off the weakened one and another 10 hit points on the other one. And with Squee having run away, I guess I will stab out at Grulock a couple times here, or attempt to anyways.
Grulock's all the way over here.
That's Dag.
Oh, it's Dag right here in front of me, so yeah, I'm stabbing at Dag. And looks like a miss and a hit.
Yeah, 50-50. I'll take that.
No.
Okay, then that's going to initiate a secondary effect here. Take just a second to load it up.
Did you get my note that I sent Ian?
I did. I just threw up a thumbs up in response to that. I didn't actually acknowledge or anything. There's no specific time or anything we need to initiate it or anything that I'm going to do. It's really, if you decide you're going to do it, then we do it.
All right.
Okay.
And threw up.
Well, the angel that is stuck here in the wall suddenly convulses to extreme degrees before it just erupts with a dozen or so of these nasty hellwasp grubs that just spill into this level of the dungeon.
Oh,
Aww.
Okay, some of them
These
are still...
babies.
and some of them are still crawling on the walls, but I'm going to enter them into the initiative now.
You don't have to.
But I wanna.
this is very much a scene out of Aliens now.
Oh man. And as fate would have it, they got the exact same initiative as the Hellwasp, so they go right now.
I thought their turn was bursting out of the person's chest.
Oh, that's not the turn, that's the reaction.
That's okay, I've got a flamethrower for this.
Keep this close for special occasions.
Party favors for everyone.
Alright, so I've got some bite attacks coming here at Nadir, Panzer, and Dag. I'm just going to make it 3 on each, and then we'll spill these things out into the map here a little bit more thoroughly. First on Dag. I think the first one might have hit. Otherwise, miss.
Yep. First one hits, the rest are miss.
Okay. Con save for that, and you only take the poison damage if you fail to save. Otherwise, it's only if it's 4 damage. Oh, and you failed to save, so you actually take the 19 damage.
I can't save to save my life. And that's
Yeah.
a good save for me tonight.
Yeah, that's your best save right there, too. What the
Too
hell?
bad you weren't within my aura.
And the next 3 are on Panzer. I think all 3 of those missed, unless the 14 is a hit. Nope, AC 15.
No. Yeah, I can't pull up his sheet, so I have him pulled up on the interwebs so I can see his stats.
Gotcha. Last 3 of these are on Nadir, which... Nice! Looks like some missed attacks there as well. So that's going to wrap it up for the Grub's turn. Squee, you can go ahead with yours.
I'm gonna take aim and shoot the wasp.
I didn't mean to cast that. Just
How
trying to
dare
look up
you?
the spell.
Get wrecked.
Woo! You're taking a shot at one of the grubs, yeah? Taking a shot at a grub?
No, the wasp here.
It would be much more satisfying, though, if you had dealt 23 damage to something that only has 4 hit points. I mean, just for your consideration.
I don't agree.
I'll even give you the natural 20 if you redirect it to one of the grubs.
It is natural 20. I took steady aim.
Oh, you did, didn't you? Well, shit. Well, alright. Bye, Wasp.
Ah!
All right. That's it.
Very good. Hey, Dag. Look at this mess you got yourself in.
I have targets in every direction.
Target-rich environment.
We're going to cast a spell here, just for fun. It's a line. So if you really need me to face a particular way, we'll have it there. We'll go from here to here.
That works for me.
And then we'll have Panzer attack this one.
Dexterity saves. Wonder how dexterous these things are. You just saw this Hell Wasp grub do the frickin' Neo Matrix move.
You want to know what's funny? I was just pulling grubs off of my plants in the greenhouse that look just like this today. So it's revenge.
That's funny. These tokens originally came with the module, and they bore the very intimidating token that was just a plain token that said Hell Wasp Grub written inside of it. So anytime it's a token like that where it just has their name on it, it's either so frighteningly terrible that they couldn't come up with an accurate illustration, or it's something like this that's just so meaningless and inconsequential to the rest of the encounter, but even still I'm like, I'd rather have grubs on the map, damn it.
And that'll be end of turn.
Alright. Well, fortunately you did kill the second one. That 20 and 13 dexterity save are excess. So for Grulok's turn, let us have Dawn control that, and then back it up with your own turn there.
Did Panzer take out that one?
Oh, with the natural 20, yes, absolutely.
Okay, I'm trying to save myself one extra amount of damage. I've been hammered this round.
Grulok smash. That one first?
Oh yeah, you'll be cleaning that off of your boot for a couple weeks.
That one next.
And another dead one.
Well, that was a waste of an natural 20.
Yeah.
It's easy to smash these with a hammer.
Very nice. Just wiping the floor with these bugs, literally.
And that'll be end of turn.
Okay, Nadir, fireball into the group. Look at Nadir rolling in with the natural 20 on this thing.
Yeah, I whip out my dagger like, do it! Yeah.
Yeah, first time you got to use the magical dagger, I think. Alright, looks like I have 3 of these grubs left. 1 on Dag and 2 to be named later. And in fact, they are going for Dag. They seem very, very interested in the open wound that he has, which was actually the impetus behind them bursting from their cocoon. Once the fresh blood was spilled within a certain distance from them, here they come. So I've got normal, and then flank attack on Dag here. Oh, wouldn't you know
Oh
it,
my god.
the flank I didn't even need. Natural 20 as it is. Hopefully you make that con save and make it only 4 points of damage.
And you're just outside of my aura.
Goodness gracious. Coming in the money time. Alright. A crit for 4 points of damage. That's the story you want to tell later on, rather than the story of how you were forced to retire from adventuring because you got bit on the toe by a grub. Alright, Squee, what do you got?
Figure.
Right.
These grubs came from the belly of one of these angels in the wall, is that right?
Yes, but not even necessarily the belly, almost like they were the entire underneath the surface. Like there's no more of this angel whatsoever. It just completely burst open and this was what was within.
And that was this angel?
Correct.
So what's up with this angel?
It's still like throbbing and pulsating and seemingly kind of moving around, just like all the rest of the angels have been. And now that you're getting to look at it, you're like, maybe these things aren't alive. Maybe they all just have these larvae inside of them that are waiting to burst out as soon as there's a fresh blood source nearby.
Yeah, I'm cutting it open.
Well, alright, here comes a shitload more larvae right towards you on their next turn.
Damn it, they're alive.
XP. It's just XP.
We don't deal with XP. We deal with milestones.
I'm gonna use my bonus action too. Nope. Back a little
Help!
Team Green. Team Green.
Alright, and now for Team Dag. What you got?
Dag Squish. We're going to go for that one first, and if it's not dead yet, we'll go for this one.
Oh yeah, AC 12 with 4 hit points.
And remember, we're subtracting 1 off of that for right now, so.
Correct. Good enough.
And there again.
Yeah, that'll work.
And I can't move Panzer and attack with him at the same time, so we'll be good.
Alright, and let's see Justin take over Grulock this time around. Looks like there's one grub 10 feet to his left, but now he spots a whole bunch more starting to squirm out of this area here to the southeast.
So he does see all those over there?
He does, yeah.
Okay, so I'll be like, huh? Screw you, look out! Ah!
Nice. Yeah, I thought that would be a nice maneuver if these grubs did end up coming out. So yeah, slice and a dead one beyond that. Oh, actually not dead for the second one. I guess I was taking that for granted. Alright, back over to you, Celefiel.
Alright, well, Dag only has one left on him. Oh, that's right. Grulak has second attack.
Oh! Yeah, absolutely. Is that all?
Yeah, that's it at that point. He finishes off the one that didn't kill with the sweep.
Gotcha. Okay. So, now for Dawnstar.
Alright, I smashed this one that's still alive.
Yes, you do.
And second attack on this one right here.
Okay. Oh yeah, that
And
one
that'll be end of turn.
smashed and smashed. So Nadir, back over to you. Always cool seeing the monsters just X off as the players wipe the floor with them.
Would I be able to maneuver myself, since I can fly, in such a way as to get the rest of those grubs and not any of my allies within 5 feet of me?
I would say so, yeah. Either in the same square technically as this one, or southeast one square. But kind of hovering up would do the trick for all four of those.
Is that the spot?
Oh, close enough. It'll work. We know what you're trying to do. Ah, one of them will survive. And we will just go for the closest target, which will be Grulak. Is that good?
Is this good or bad?
There you go, you got it. Squee, see if you can finish this thing off.
Swap out short sword and stab it.
Yes, you do. Yes, indeed. That is a dead grub. And as everybody looks across the room at the other throbbing angel in the southwest, everyone perhaps takes a moment to consider, maybe we don't stab this one. Or maybe we do. Let's see. In either case, 7:38 p.m. right now. We'll go ahead and take our 15-20 minute break-ish right now. So take your walk, grab a snack, grab some water, stretch your legs, and we will be back shortly. Thanks for hanging out.
Sounds good.
There we go. Welcome back. We are all here after our short break, I think anyways. Never can tell if Squee's there behind the frame, but I assume he is.
Squeeze very sneaky.
We've just finished the third level of the Hell Wasp Nest, and we are prepared to proceed to the fourth and final level here, assuming that there is nothing further you guys wish to conduct here.
I'll be picking up my hammer.
Yeah, Celestial.
Oh no, the wasps got him.
My friends, I have communed with Tyr, and because of my actions of consorting with demons and devils, I've broken my oath of the Watcher. Especially since I also carry a devil on my arm as a shield. Tyr, I haven't done anything else wrong. Tyr has graced me with the ability to still serve him, but I will be serving him in another way. As a matter of fact, I will be bringing his glory to this place. And so my oath has been changed, but I have not.
All of you can hear the telepathic voice of the shield in your heads, and the most righteous of you has already given up that which he holds most dear. The first of you has fallen. Which of you shall be next in the path?
I have not completely fallen. I still possess my regular paladin abilities, and I gain new abilities in order to serve him on a glorious level.
Okay. But you still gonna keep the shield?
Yes. It's even more imperative now that I keep hold of this object to make sure that it doesn't fall into the wrong hands.
Yeah, definitely.
Just because a light changes its direction doesn't mean it's any less bright.
I'll have to change my token out for the initiative and everything to calculate correctly.
But what?
Oh, this is just out of game, so that Dan could remove my current token.
Oh yeah, because you had an initiative bonus before, right?
Correct, and now that's gone.
In game, I will say. Well, I'm glad that Tyr saw fit to change your role, knowing the path that lies before us. He was wise in not just banishing you from his sight, so to speak.
I'm glad you feel that way. You know, I have served here my entire life, and he understands my desire. However, I cannot complete the task that I have taken an oath for. So he has allowed me to serve him in other ways. Glory to Tyr.
If I remember correctly, the Oath of Watchers is to protect the mortal world from fiendish influence. Well, we're not on the mortal world, so it seems like that oath isn't able to be fulfilled here in Hell.
Part of the oath of being a watcher is not convorting, taking gifts, or making deals with devils and demons. And I have done so on a couple of occasions, inadvertently, if not overtly.
Ah, yes, the shield, of course.
I wouldn't take it so hard, Celestial. You've done an outstanding job from the short time I've known you. Keep it up. Chin up. You're still serving him. You're doing good.
Thank you. I appreciate that, my friends.
Brief out-of-game mechanical question here. Are you using the 2.0 character sheet, Don?
Yes, I am. I was able to backtrack it all the way down to level 1 and then rebuild it from the beginning.
Okay, and you do still, I mean, the aura is part of the paladin. That wasn't your subclass or your oath.
Correct. My 10-foot aura is still the savings throw bonus. I have a 5-foot aura that anybody within 5 feet of me will gain 10 feet of movement speed on their next turn.
Boy, I can use that. Just to keep up with you guys.
So my speed is now 40.
And I presume there were no erroneous sections on the Grulok 2.0 character sheet that anybody spotted?
None that I spotted, but I didn't go through and do any calculations mathematically. I'm not good enough with the rules, or let me rephrase that. I'm not confident enough in my own knowledge with the rules to go back and double check all of that.
Yeah.
Can you layer a second aura, a 5-foot aura, around me? Or is it just one aura able to be put there?
Oh, there is a second one.
The only thing I noticed about the Gulak sheet was, like we discussed, that macro for the reroll has been removed.
Alright, so we got the Paladin of Lemon Lime here. And what else are we doing here before we proceed to level 4?
Well, I'm assuming we've been doing this every level, but searching for Lulu to make sure she's not here. Because why climb all the way up if she's right here?
For sure. Yeah, there is no sign of her here nor anywhere else that you have been.
Alright, I'm going to use Lay on Hands and heal 20 points.
Sounds like a plan.
And how bad does Gulag look? Oh wait, I can just pull up this character sheet.
Yeah, I also set him out here in the middle of the room by himself. He's maybe a third down.
Okay, well, the Gulag 2.0 sheet shows that he's at full hit points.
Like that token might be tied to the other one then.
Yeah, token is always the source over the character sheet. I'll just make that correction now, and hopefully that's the last character change that we do with these characters. I'll just shortchange that right now, and it's the last one I will allow, so we won't run into these issues again. Grulok seems to be properly linked to the correct token and character sheet.
I am not linked to my character sheet, to my character token.
Son of a bitch.
I will give a use of that healer's kit and make sure I'm not blooding anymore.
This kit only really does anything for stabilizing people, unless you have the healer feat, which we don't have feats in this module, so nobody's going to be able to use that.
No, but I do have the skills, so.
Will my macros work off the new sheet?
Probably not. I probably shot myself in the foot and ended up having to redo a lot of stuff I learned and put together over the last couple weeks, but whatever. That'll be next week's project.
Alright, I won't use any of the macros then.
Alright, I've undone both of the changed characters, reassigned the tokens, reassigned them to the sheets. If they don't work now, I don't know what to tell you.
All good. I see my token and I can move it.
Alright, Grulak should be set correctly as well. And yeah, I'll just wait for you guys now.
I will say in game, let's hope Lulu is somewhere in one of these levels above us, because we still haven't found her. And it's a fair bet that whatever enemies await us are probably ready for us.
And we should probably, just so we know, decide how much time we're going to allot to look for Lulu.
Until we find her alive or not.
I also think the next level we go up to, we should go up in 2 different pathways.
We shouldn't split up our forces. We see how dangerous those things are, and now that they're spawning grubs, we need to make sure that we're close enough to be able to assist each other.
Speaking of, I will be casting a Cure Light on myself.
How many of these nests were there?
There's like a whole field of them. You couldn't see far enough to be able to tell how many there were, but there's a lot.
But my divine sense pretty much put me in this direction, correct?
Yes, indeed.
Okay, I don't know if I've got a lag or what's going on, but it's not casting right now.
So I'm going to use divine sense again, see if I could get a better indication of where she is.
Yeah, it would appear that she's right up above you.
Looks like your healing showed up there, Jason. You see that?
Yeah, I got it. Thank you.
She is above us. We're getting close. Let's pick one of the directions that's grading upwards.
Alright, I'll go ahead and group your tokens together again for easier transportation. Alright. And west, center, or east?
Which has the highest grade going upwards?
The central.
Up the central one.
Alright, and that will place us on the final level here. Brief second for description before we get into it. Here you can see Lulu just a few feet away from your front lines, and she is gummed to the wall, much like many others that you've seen along the way here. There are also various piles and debris of ruined gear, some of which may be useful, just kind of scattered along the floor of this room. Seems like there might be worth some kind of searching here. And additionally, we have 2 Hell Wasps that are also on high alert, much like the level below you. And as you arrive here, the one right next to you prepares to go into attack. Let's see if it gets an initiative here, or if it's actually going to go towards the bottom like last time. Alright, looks like J-Man's going first here. And he's actually right up next to this thing in the starting phase. So go ahead with your turn, brother.
So it looks like it's trying to do something to Lulu.
No, they're not doing anything to her right now. It looks like they've kind of got her right where they want her. She is stuck up against the western side of the wall next to this pulsating angel next to her. And as Nadir gets a closer look at this Hell Wasp, he recognizes some familiar wounds on this thing, and this is the one that in fact took Lulu and flew her here. So it's already down a decent amount of hit points. It's had some time to heal, but not back to full.
Okay, well, with that in mind, I will, since it's right there, I'm just going to reach out as I intone the dark power within me and hit it with an inflict.
All right. Well, that takes away most of its remaining hit points. The thing just seems to shrivel and squeal in front of you before it's able to really respond to your arrival.
Yeah, that's all I've got. I'm kind of hovering right there.
Okay. There we go. Okay, sting attack on Nadir, since you just beat the crap out of me. And since that didn't do anything, we'll follow it up with the sword talons. And just some basic piercing damage on that as we round it to Squeeze turn here. Also, hey, I'm right in the front lines here. How'd this happen?
Ah!
I have to do a little stabby stab.
That will finish it off, in fact.
Because I'm a champion. I'm going to go over here and hide.
Alright. And now that this giant wasp is out of your way, you can see more of Lulu and tell that she appears to be unconscious at the current moment. Let's have Dawn do a double turn here, Grulok, and then Celefiel.
Alright, me go smash this big bug.
Oh, yeah. Ow!
I'm gonna roll one of those twos over again. To keep it exactly the same.
That's how I like it. I've already deducted the hit points off before anybody realizes that rerolls need to be made. Let's go ahead
It's every
and
turn.
see Celestial then.
I'm going to use 8 points of. Actually, hold on a second. Let me. Yeah, I'm going to give her 20 points of lay on hands.
All right. She takes every point of the healing. It does not restore her to consciousness instantly, but it is much needed healing.
And since that's an action, that's the end of my turn.
All right, Dag, at the bottom of the initiative, what you got?
Now that I've picked up this hammer again, we're gonna drop it on its head.
I think you're going to drop it on the floor. Oh! You want me to put the hammer down?
Too bad I wasn't at an advantage on that one.
Yeah, not quite enough room in the corner there to squeeze behind there, but 2 for 2 nonetheless. 14 damage.
And that'll be end of turn.
Okay, and Nadir, can you finish this thing off before it gets another action?
I'll try.
You can do it, Nadir. You can do it.
Decent chunk of damage there. Leaves me at 4 hit points. And I'm a bit delayed on the usual changeover here, but I did remember eventually. So welcome back to the video crew here, Justin, now that the sun has gone down.
What's up?
Alright, so the Hell Wasp, I think Grulok is the obvious target. We'll go ahead and throw a pair of attacks on him. See if the last one of these Hell Wasps has anything left in the tank. Nope. And no. It is going down like a punk bitch. What you got, Squee? Finish it off. Again. This guy's just racking up all the kills. Oh, geez, yeah. Yeah, Squee just impales this thing and is covered in all kinds of gore and goo. And Dag and Grulok are not exempt from that.
Looking very proud of myself, I turn to Lulu, and whether she sees me or not, bow.
Well, Lulu does begin to slowly stir too now that the combat is over.
We have allowed Squee to find his courage.
Okay, Dag, can you
Get it?
use your solvent to remove her from these webs?
Sure, let me get over there.
The rest of you start scrounging around, seeing if there's anything useful up here.
In addition to 3 soul coins hidden amongst the refuse here in the room, Nadir comes across this handy little item.
cool hat.
No Arcana checks really necessary for the uncommon magical item. It's something that Nadir is familiar with. He's never actually used one, but he has seen them and heard of them, so he is familiar with its applications.
3 more soul coins, huh?
Everybody just gets quiet.
Yeah. I'm going to continue watching over Lulu and monitoring her progress.
She does come to, and she lets out a sigh and a smile as she sees Celestial before her. You came for me. I can't believe you came for me.
Of course, we would never leave you behind.
I'll call out, hey, I found this magical helmet. Other people should look around, see what else we can find.
Are you okay, Lulu?
She lets out a couple of tears and a brief sob as she just shakes her head, and Dag manages to mix the proper concoction to free her from the gummed wall here. I'm so sorry that I led you to that terrible place with Haruman impaled on the spikes. I thought that I knew exactly where I was going, but my memory of this place must be more fragmented than I recall.
It's all right. It's not your fault. The landscape keeps changing from what the map says. There was no way that you could have known that would happen.
That is kind of you to forgive. I'm only glad that all of you are still alive.
Well, we still have to make it. Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say from across the thing, as I'm looking for stuff, we are glad that you are well. We were afraid we had taken too much time coming for you.
It seemed like days since I last saw you, but I can't be certain just how long it was. I did have more dreams while I was here, and I think perhaps I've narrowed it down to at least 2 sites here on Avernus that might be the correct path to finding the Bleeding Citadel.
Very well, and this would also give you a chance to rest while we travel there. Anybody else find anything?
No, we've cleared this place out pretty well. The 3 soul coins and the Helm of Telepathy are all that is to be found up here.
So I will hold out the helm and be like, this will allow someone wearing it to basically read someone's thoughts and be able to have a conversation with them in their mind. They also can use it to make suggestions to the weak-willed. I don't think it'll fit on my head because of my horns, so somebody else will have to use this.
I misplaced what we did with it. The wand that you found earlier, Don?
I gave it to Dad.
Yeah, what wand was it? I did the identify or the arcana on it, and we got distracted.
Gotcha.
And kept going.
You have a fully charged Wand of Magic Missiles.
Anybody can use that.
I'm trying to think who would be best used for that helmet.
Squee.
Squee likes shiny hat. Squee already have mastery over weak-willed, though.
If that is something that Squee would want, maybe we should give him the helm.
It'd be useful for somebody who's able to hide well to be able to eavesdrop on people's thoughts while doing so.
Oh, that's not Squeeze. We're not very sneaky.
I lose track of you all the time. You're very sneaky.
I am sneaky.
Because this is the guy with the
That was very sneaky of you to say that.
Because remember, this is the guy with the -1 perception saying, "I can't find you."
I agree. Squeeze should get the helmet, and that'll be a nice shiny for him to have.
Yay, shiny!
So we can give it to Panzer.
Just tie the wand of magic missiles to Panzer's tail, and he can like kind of fling those around as he just kind of tromps about the field. Just magic missile for you, magic missile for you.
That would be something, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that was like the dog that took the exotic weapon proficiency meme that we saw the other day. It was swinging the frickin' flail.
I was thinking like in Transformers when they had the what was the cat's name? I can never remember. They've changed everything about Transformers in the movies.
I can see Bag making like some sort of pistol grip for the wand, so it's like a gun.
Oh, I could totally do that.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so we'll make our way back down, and when we get to the bottom, I'll call for Zephyr to fly back up, and for us to be able to get back down.
Sounds good. And it's only a short hike from that point back to your infernal war machine, which thankfully is unmolested, given that you just kind of tucked it away as best you could, but you never know when somebody might come across it and abscond with it.
We're just gonna put those 3 new coins in like a bag on the car, because nobody wants to carry them. Dangerous to carry too many.
Okay. Let me double check the party treasury here. We have other coins in that bag on the infernal war machine as well, correct?
Correct.
I don't have that marked on your party treasury here. Does anybody recall how many coins? We're putting 3 on there.
It was 3.
No, but I thought we also had some platinum, or was that given out already?
Not those coins.
All the regular types coins be split up.
Yeah, this should be everything in the party treasury then. So once you have made it back to your war machine, Lulu informs you the 2 destinations that she saw in her dreams. She doesn't know the exact names of them, but one of them is a place where demons manifest, and another is a place where demons are destroyed. She feels that these are important locations that will get you back on the right track towards finding the Sword of Zariel.
Let us go to where demons are destroyed first.
Yes, perhaps we could learn some secrets about destroying demons there.
Very good. We will go ahead and move back to the Avernus map now.
Can we get the benefits of a short rest while driving?
Sure. And I keep forgetting to do this, so Seems like as good a time as any. If I can find the actual... There it is. Let's get some wisdom saves from everybody. Well, Justin, you do have an inspiration, so you may re-roll that failed save if you like. I would not recommend using your inspiration for Grulok's save. Not that you could if you wanted to.
Is this happening before or after the rest?
This would be after. Oh man. Well, it's a shame that it happens to Grulok. I guess that makes it a little easier to deal with in the here and now, and we will deal with the after effects of it when next he takes over the character, but Grulok just went from chaotic neutral to lawful evil.
Oh, somebody to finally hold these coins.
You beat me to it.
Here you go, buddy. Hold these.
So I guess just for the time being, we can play that out appropriately in any combats or impromptu RP that you decide to do. I guess Grulok will just be a lot grouchier and short-tempered than his usual self is.
But he will be even more strict to the rules and regulations.
Oh, absolutely. Looks like we got a robot follower or robot viewer right now. Give me a sec to ban another TV viewer.
No robot friends.
Banned. Later. Alright. So here on the central virtual tabletop map here on the stream, we have the Demon Zapper, the place where demons go to be destroyed. That will be the next location that we visit. And as Celestial is growing more and more used to, if not indeed the entire group, anytime you approach a new location, the cartographer speaks through your fiendish map and gives a brief description of the location that you are imminently bound towards. And in this case it is, the purest of souls lures fiends into a hellish trap. Zap, zap.
I think we had something like this for like little bitey bugs.
This
We
is-
don't have to worry about those hell wasps while we're there.
This is an unmapped location. We're going to be doing this in Theater of the Mind. So as you get closer to the location, you see that radiant light cascades from a rusted metal monument shaped like the upraised mandibles of a giant beetle. And you're not certain what the light is cascading from, only that there's some kind of 10-foot diameter sphere of some kind of magical force up there contained within the mandibles. And as you're observing this, you see what appears to be a flying devil or demon of sorts, and it seems to be drawn directly to this magical sphere. And as it gets closer to it, this sphere, about 50 feet above the ground, lets loose with this powerful beam of radiant energy that seems pretty thick, and it just shoots off into the distance farther than any of you guys can see. And the flying demon that was up there is just incinerated in the blast.
Impressive. Most impressive.
I agree. I don't know much about that, but it seems like it would be great to have. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like anything like that can be transported. Gargoth,
Well,
what do you know about this thing?
I know that you might not be so impressed with this construct once you see what resides within the sphere.
Lulu, do we have to go inside the sphere to see if the sword is there?
She shakes her head and says, "We don't need to go into the sphere. I'm not certain what it is that we seek here, but I know that further exploration will be required."
All right. Well, carry on. I'll take the lead, and we'll head on in. If we can find a door to this giant zapper thing.
Well, there are no doors, no secret entries that you are able to find within your first few moments of exploring the site. But Zephyr does report to Celestial through their telepathic link that basically just come with me.
All right. I will get on Zephyr and lead the way, old friend.
And Zephyr takes you up closer to the sphere, making sure to stay somewhat below it just in case it decides to discharge another beam of energy that seems to incinerate what it touches. And as you look inside of the sphere, you see what appears to be a paralyzed unicorn.
I will accompany Celestial up in the air.
Yeah, even with your poor perception, you're pretty sure that is a unicorn trapped inside of the sphere.
I mean, is it like laying down? How does it look?
It's not laying down. It's like frozen in a state of like it was standing and caught off guard almost.
So it uses the energy of the unicorn to create the beam to destroy demons.
That would seem to be the case. As in
You
the
know, it
distance,
occurs
here
to
comes
me-
another demon flying towards your group, and before you even have a chance to alert the groundside crew that, hey, we might have a combat come, this thing discharges another beam of radiant energy that incinerates that demon as well.
You know, thinking about it, what if the devils made this thing to take out the demons, or vice versa? You know, I can never tell the difference.
This is a quite a conundrum here because the unicorn is doing good by removing the demons, but I don't want to see a creature like that suffer.
And that is the radiant energy that is discharged on the very nasty-looking demon that was inbound to your group.
I rolled Arcana to see what I can kind of figure out looking at this tower and the spear and all this stuff, see what I can figure out about it.
As best you can tell, the sphere itself is resistant, if not outright immune to any damage that your group would be able to dish. But the rusted metal structure that looks like a mandible could, I don't want to say very easily, but very feasibly be damaged, if not destroyed, by your group, and possibly the destruction of the structure would cause the sphere to be released, or cause the sphere to release the unicorn within, I should say.
So I will tell Salafiel that since we're up there together. Looks like that sphere's going to be nigh invulnerable, but that structure can probably be taken down with enough force. And that might end that sphere effect of releasing the unicorn. I'm not sure what kind of condition the unicorn will be in, though.
And
Can we communicate with the unicorn?
It seems to be frozen, I yell back down to Dag.
what would happen to this place if this construct wasn't here to destroy the demons?
The demons would be able to make their way to where the devils are. They would fight like they always do.
That could be enough of a distraction for us to be able to complete our mission without having to worry about interference from devils.
Possibly. We'll have to take this unicorn with us.
What if it's there by choice?
I doubt it, but perhaps Squee. I'll go fly down and grab him and bring him up. See if you can contact this unicorn's mind with that helmet.
Well, to shortcut that, Squee can confirm that there appears to be nothing to connect with inside the sphere.
It's hollow.
Perhaps it is simply blocking your telepathy.
Wow.
Or
Now,
it could
is
be
it-
just the spirit of a unicorn.
Who has the fancy telepathy hat?
No, the only real way we can test this theory is by destroying this structure, seeing if it opens this sphere and releases the unicorn or not. That's what we want to do.
Does you not like your horsey, Celestial? You want a new one?
I love my horse, and I don't want to see another animal suffer the way that animal might possibly be suffering inside that sphere.
Oh, I didn't know you were a vegetarian.
What's that has to do with the horses?
What? Nothing. Well, you said that you didn't like animals suffering.
Yes, I mean, I still eat meat. I don't torture an animal before I eat it.
Tomato, tomato.
All right, Nadir, what do you think would be the better way to destroy that arm? Would it be magic or would it be physical force?
I mean, it appears to be just some rusted metal, so whatever can hurt metal should work.
I'm gonna fly close to it and I'm gonna smack it with my hammer.
All right.
Do it.
All right. So that is a successful bang on the side of this massive metal structure. You do see some chips of metal go kind of flaking off of this thing, indication that this might be the slow way of going about this, but nonetheless, it will probably be effective given enough time. You might just make a lot of noise in the process. However, after you bang on the side of this thing, Squee, who is down on the ground, notices before Dag or Panzer do, or Grulok for that matter, the sudden appearance of this creature that burrows out from the ground beneath, like 15 feet or so away. And as Squee is looking over at it, it quickly casts some kind of magical spell before it then speaks in the common tongue in a female voice. You've never seen a creature like this before. It appears to be... Your best guess would be maybe a Genasi or something. Maybe an Earth Genasi. But even that seems somewhat incorrect. But after Salephiel smacks this structure and it appears and casts its spell, it just shouts up, "Whoa! Whoa! Easy! Hold on! We can talk about this!"
Hello.
I'm gonna fly back to the ground. Who are you?
I am named Rousela. And you are?
I am Salephiel, Paladin of Tyr.
A paladin. Unusual in these parts, but not entirely unheard of. What brings you to my demon zapper?
We have come to... We are in the trying to locate a sword, and Lulu's visions show two possibilities: a clue here or a clue in another location. The unicorn up there, I was trying to set free.
Okay, well, the unicorn is integral to the zapper itself. If you free the unicorn, then the demons would have free reign of this entire section of Avernus. That, I suppose, might not be the worst thing ever, but it would go against my duties here, and I would unfortunately be forced to stop you. Perhaps there is a middle ground that we might achieve.
Go on.
I'm just going to take a wild guess here, looking at your collective, and you in particular. She looks over at Lulu. Is the sword that you seek the sword of Zario?
That is correct.
I'm not going to ask what it is you intend to do with the sword, or why you are here in opposition of the rightful ruler of this plane that you find yourselves in. I will say, however, that I am quite close with someone who possesses not only the power, but the desire to see Zariel overthrown. Would that be something that interests you?
Go on. Who is this power that will allow us... We wish to free a city that has been dragged down to Avernus and bring it back to the material plane.
Ah, I don't know anything about that, but just like your presence here, that is not an uncommon occurrence. I will say that my friend is the Archdevil Bel, the former ruler of Avernus. He would gladly aid you in overthrowing Zariel, if I were to give him the proper introduction.
What would be required of us?
Well, see, that takes us back to the beginning of my conversation here, in that if you wanted to try to free the unicorn, that would unfortunately prompt me to defend this location. Unfortunately, I have one of those pesky little packs with Zariel, and I am compelled to defend this place with my life, if even need be, or, as would likely be the case, with your lives. I have no desire to kill you. I have no desire to be killed, nor can I be killed. So perhaps if you can help me break this pact that I have with you-know-who, I would be willing to direct you to Bel's Forge, and write you a letter of introduction.
Could we have a moment to discuss this amongst ourselves?
Oh, please do, please do. Don't let me stand in your way. I'll just feel free to, when you need me again, stomp on the ground. And she burrows herself back below.
Nadir, what do you think?
Bel was indeed the ruler of hell before Zariel took his place. I did not realize he was still present on Avernus. Who knows what her actual pact may entail, what breaking it may entail. And even if we have this Bel's aid, it does not guarantee that we can get the sword. He might not even know where it is. And I would not trust any of these people as far as we could throw them. They are trapped in hell. They're demons, devils, whatever. So to make any kind of deal with these people in order to overthrow Zariel means they could turn on us at any time.
You know, as far as I'm concerned, the fewer enemies we make, the better we are. By doing this, we can create not one but two enemies.
The only other thing on this, though, is that I'm going to look at the book again to see, are these names pacted to a specific person, or if it's just to Avernus in general?
The Book of the Creed Resolute from Elturel?
Correct.
They are only bound to Elturel. Favius Krieg, however, had a deal that after so long, Elturel would be dragged into the Nine Hells. It doesn't really specify anything after that. You don't have a copy of the actual deal that was made between Favius and Zariel, but you were there when Silvira unlocked that scroll. So as best you can tell, that deal has already been fulfilled, so there's, I wouldn't say nothing to prevent it, but if you were somehow able to get Elturel out of here and back to the material plane, there's no pact that would put Elturel back here, nor is there anything that would compel the thousands of citizens bound by the Creed Resolute to seek a way back to Avernus either.
I will look to Lulu and ask her, what do you make of all this? Is any of this spark a memory?
I do remember the name Bel, but I don't remember what connection the two of them may have had. if she is the ruler of this plane now and he seeks his former position back, whether or not he knows where the sword is, it might be a means to the same end, ultimately. It's hard to say. I don't know what we might find if we were to chance the other path. We might find something more agreeable or something that seems more capable for us to accomplish.
And won't put us in direct alignment with the devil.
It's hard to say. I had a strong feeling that at some point we would be forced to ally or at least work with some of these locals in some respect. We already have, to a degree, back at Fort Knucklebone, when you all took it upon yourselves to do the favors for the townsfolk to get yourself in Mad Maggie's good graces so that she would award you with a war machine befitting of your stature. But this is definitely more of a step towards an outright bargain. I would just be cautious if anyone starts bringing actual paperwork or scrolls made of skin or begins talking about soul bargains. That is definitely not anything we need to be involved with.
Do you know how far away the other option is, where demons are created?
Distance is kind of sketchy here, as you pointed out earlier. It could take us but an hour to make it. It could take a week.
I believe we should leave our options open to us, and we shouldn't just go for the first let's bargain with the devil if we can find a way to circumvent any of that. And maybe we might be able to find a better clue in the other location.
I'd be willing to help lead you to the correct location if you don't feel comfortable with this one.
Anybody else?
Either way, if we look at the other one, we'll at least have options.
Very true. We could always come back here if necessary.
Be prepared for possible combat in the other location if demons are manifesting there. It could be swarming with them.
So noted. All right, let's get moving. I'm gonna stomp on the ground.
Okay, and the earth elemental creature, what have you, comes up. Have you made your decision?
We have decided that we are going to go off, check another option, and then return if necessary.
Yeah, your path is your own. I'm not going anywhere.
Just wanted to make sure that, you know, the right thing to do would be to let you know that we weren't going to be here.
That is a courtesy I am not often afforded. I thank you.
And we'll head to where demons are created.
All right, and we're going to have a bit of a journey ahead of us here. Enough to at least warrant a long rest. So we can go ahead and knock that out, regain all of our hit points, regain some short rest hit dice, action surges, abilities, and the like. And unless your name is Grulok, you're going to be rolling another wisdom saving throw.
Yes, another one. Praise be the dice.
Yeah, buddy. Woo. Woo. Squee is afraid to roll his save.
Oh, yes. Squee not afraid.
As he gets the best save of everybody. Well, the
The helm.
DC is not impossible, so I do have the pleasure of relaying the good news that every one of you made your save and nobody else has converted to lawful evil.
I have a feeling it was pretty close, though.
Oh, we were close with 2 of you there for sure.
I can feel the darkness of my heritage trying to come to the surface.
And by now, we would also really notice that the personality change in Grulak.
I would say so.
Settle down, Grulak. We're all following the rules. No need to repeat them.
Yeah, no need to threaten Squee for taking some extra helpings of food.
Whatever, you won't even let Squee have food.
And we are all on edge from being in this long. Just have to bear with it.
You are unable to find a path wherein the shifting landscape will allow you another free passage across the river Styx, so it is with some reluctance that you have to return to the Stygian dock, where, man, I think it was a horned devil that was running the dock, if I remember correctly. He is very happy to see you guys return, and will charge you the 2 soul coin passage for getting across the river, or he still has that favor, if you guys are interested in that.
I would prefer if we gave him the 2 soul coins.
See, I mean, all of a sudden we're so comfortable spending soul coins.
This is an expenditure that benefits the whole group. Anything you want to buy would benefit only you.
Well, you could have a bite.
Well, see, Squee is approaching this the wrong way. He needs to let people know, like, look how much of a badass I am when I'm starving. Just imagine how much more badass I'll be when my stomach is full.
Yeah, being full like that'll make you slow and sluggish.
No
Harder to
respect.
hide.
No respect. Squee do a lot to earn his 1 soul coin, but not enough.
Get a helmet.
It's true. It's a cool helmet. Can't eat it though.
Still think we should bargain down to 1 soul coin to cross instead of 2.
If you have the capability of negotiating with him,
I can try. 2? Come on, we're a repeat customer. Surely we get a discount and we can only pay 1.
Let's see how the dice land for you with that. Well, you're not wrong. So, let's say 1 soul coin for this passage, absolutely. Next time will be 2, though. Usual price is 2. I can't give the discount every time, but perhaps we could work out a back and forth kind of thing. Or if you'd be willing to do the favor, I think absolutely we could work something out. How about the favor?
And then the soul coin. Be like, we'll see.
Ah, enjoy your stay on the east side of the river. Best of luck to you.
I nod cordially to him as we get ferried across.
All right. And next destination would be the spawning trees, at which the cartographer announces, demons beget demons. Where their filth lands, they spawn ever more corruption. And upon closer arrival to the spawning trees, similar to the hell wasp nests and some of the other areas we've been to, although I guess it was a worthy mention that we didn't need to park 3 miles away from the demon zapper with the war machine. But here at the spawning trees, as we come up across kind of a marshland and the ground looks a lot more unsteady, we definitely want to park a distance away.
As long as we don't have to pay for parking, I'm good.
5 soul coins for parking.
Dang, we're in New York City.
Did somebody subtract a soul coin from their sheet to pay for that, or should I subtract that from the party treasury?
Do it from party treasure.
Yeah, I don't think we should leave anything valuable in the war machine.
Now, Grulok is happy to take custody of all the soul coins.
Grulok, don't you know the dangers of holding out to so many soul coins?
Ain't no danger if you're buff and badass like me and have heart and soul.
It's probably the best of all of us with the with the imitation.
Nadir, do you notice something odd about Grulok, especially if he's wanting to hold these soul coins?
Yes. Indeed. Just carrying the soul coins from the nest to the car. War machine. Weighed heavily upon me. I could feel the weight of those souls affecting me. It does not appear that Gurlock is suffering that effect. I'm not sure if anybody else has been feeling it, but the longer we have been here, the more I have felt the darkness within me trying to claw its way closer to the surface. It may not be the same for everyone. I have a unique heritage after all, but perhaps the same is happening with him.
I can feel it too. When I'm not keeping myself busy is when it makes it the most difficult.
Yeah, I understand where you're coming from on that. Okay, so let's get ourselves out of here as quickly as possible, and let's complete this thing. So it looks like we're gonna have to trek through this muck to get to the trees over there.
Is that more demon ichor?
I hope it's that vinegar.
It just might be. And because I'm not as prepared with this section as I was with the other section, we're just going to kind of get into the intro of the spawning trees here without actually delving into interactions. I will save that for next Tuesday. But for the here and now, after getting closer on foot, you can spot several tree-like growths clustering along the shoreline of a lake of bubbling black goo. Each growth is formed from the same ichor as the lake and has writhing, membranous sacs budding from its limbs. 5 bearded fiends heap coals around the trunk of one of the trees. As they hurl more coals onto the pyre, 4 of their number cruelly poke and tease the 5th member of their group. And to give further elaboration here, the lakes of demonic ichor appear where demons are slaughtered in great numbers. This is something that is striking a sense of familiarity with Nadir as he spots the scene before you. And the malformed trees that grow on their shorelines, the branches laden with fleshy sacs, the sacs eventually flop to the ground and wetly break open, each one releasing a fully grown abyssal chicken. The abyssal chickens are carnivorous, temperamental, tasty bottom feeders native to the abyss. And they beat their leathery wings to scare predators and to help them run faster, and they taste like fatty chicken. Now, this is the scene that you have presented before you as we wrap up this section of tonight's session. And we're actually not going to have a game next week, as we just collectively have a lot of different stuff going on. So we may be back next week with the Out of Character show, but next week we're not going to have an actual game per se. So next time we pick this up might actually be a while, because if my calculations are correct, next time we have the whole group together, the first week of September, we're actually going to delve straight into the Ultimate Star Wars game. And it may actually be a while before we come back to this segment. It could easily be November if everything works out correctly, because what I'm planning on is Ultimate Star Wars all of September, and then we're going to do an Agent Orange 4-part mini campaign through the month of October. So, a lot of fun, a lot of changes, and different experiences ahead. And thankfully we have these recorded streams so that if it ends up being November before we come back to this, we can easily check on everything that we've done and return right back to this point. So I'm going to turn it over to you guys now, pass it over to Justin, and just roll it along the table order here and say your farewells for the night.
All right, yeah. Thanks for coming and watching. If you are indeed watching and enjoying the show, hopefully our antics have been entertaining. They usually entertain us. Those dice can be frustrating, though, as you have seen lots of natural ones today. Not as many natural 20s. We definitely had more of the ones than the 20s this night.
Oh, yeah.
But it's been a good time. We had some good role play in there. I liked some of that later bit there, talking about the nature of our souls and the evil that's creeping in. So I think if we do end up having to go and deal with Bell, it could get really intense with some of that RP, I think. So happy to see where we end up going when we do get back to this game. Have a good night.
For Grulock, I'm the heart and soul of the team. It doesn't matter if my frickin' alignment is different. I can carry the soul coins. I can get us food. Just move along.
All right, guys. Well, have a good night, and thank you for watching. Remember, tomorrow night we have RUOOC, and it's going to be a great time. We've got a lot of cool stuff looking forward. To make things more interesting, we change up our format every so often, so hopefully this will be something to entice you to tune in next time.
I've been really enjoying this adventure, but I'm looking forward to doing some change up. I'm really looking forward to playing Star Wars.
Yeah.
I've got a really cool character set up. I'm really anxious to play them. And then after that, I've got a couple of good concepts for Agent Orange. And I'm just looking forward to changing a pace and do some new things, and then we can come back to this.
Oh, yeah.
Get a fresh perspective on all of our gaming.
Variety,
other than that,
spice
have
of
a good
life.
night, everybody. Thanks for joining us. I'll turn it over to Squee.
I mean, what could be fresher than the routine salvation of Squee, coming to the rescue of the team time and time again, proving his worth, still being treated like a little goblin scapegoat. You know, it's hard out there for Squee, but I think the fans see it. They know, they get it. They know how the story is gonna end, with Squee riding gloriously down the mountainside on that shield. So until then, I suppose we'll have to pause and have some other adventures, but soon enough.
Yes, indeed. I know everybody's rooting for Squee to get his hands on that shield, but Celefiel has taken a turn tonight that may just also turn the audience perspective in that degree. I know anytime the paladin suffers a fall from grace, that definitely causes some meerkat activity, as people are just like, oh, interesting. This is something worth watching. So we're going to have a lot of fun as we see exactly what developments occur from that. It'll be fun to get Grulok back in the seat, actually behind the character, and unfortunately he's going to realize a massive shift for the character, so hopefully James is down for playing the evil character for however long that process is required to be. Tomorrow night on RUOOC is going to be a lot of fun, like Dom was talking about. We're still going to be doing our Q&A trifectas every so often, but to build some interest for the Star Wars What If campaign, we're going to spend tomorrow night talking about some memories from previous experiences in that campaign, and we're going to have a few What If themed battles as well. So hope to catch you all tomorrow night for OOC. Thanks for joining in tonight, live or on the recap, and we will catch y'all next time around. Are you with us?